Well, glad you joined us for dinner. It's good to finally get better acquainted. Something more than hi. Glad you made it to the service again.
Yes, I'm also glad you joined us for dinner. Our children have been getting acquainted with some of the other children at the Sunday school. But I'm afraid us adults seem to think that we always have to rush out, and we haven't taken much time to get to know some of the others.
I think you've done really well. You've only been coming to our church for what, just 6 weeks?
Yes, it was my first time ever to be in church. We were new in town and heard the church bell ring every Sunday, so we decided to check it out.
After the congregation sang, someone got up and sang the song, "Because He Lives, I Can Face Tomorrow. Because He Lives, all fear is gone." Well, I must admit that, as my wife said, we had a lot of things going on, and I was having trouble coping, and so I kept asking my wife, why did this have to happen to us? But the people just seemed to have a peace that I needed.
And I can still remember the preacher's first words that Sunday. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. He loved us so much that He gave His Son Jesus to be born in a manger and die on a cross, so that we can have this hope and peace we were singing about.
At that moment, I knew I wanted to learn more about what the preacher was talking about. So at the end of the service, he asked if anyone wanted to come up and ask for forgiveness of their sins and accept the love that God has to offer. I must admit, I really didn't understand what he meant at first. All I knew is that my heart was really drawn to what I just witnessed. So I went out and I took my wife by the hand, and she took our daughters, and we all went forward as a family. It was a wonderful night.
But there's so much to learn. We've been reading our Bibles, but it's a really big book. At first we started at the front, but we didn't really understand about begats and begats. And when we mentioned that to the preacher, he told us to start with the Gospel of John. We're understanding that much better.
Yeah, but this Christmas thing, I must admit, is a bit new to us. At least for us, Christmas has always been about how many gifts you get, the newest ideas, and the biggest surprises. But now what I hear the preacher talk about are the joys of Christmas, celebrating Jesus' birth, how the shepherds must have felt when they saw the angels, and how the determination of the wise men to follow that star for so long just so they could have a chance to worship the baby king. The importance of Jesus' birth and what it has meant to the world.
We read the Christmas story in the Bible, and we even bought a children's version of the Christmas story, but somehow we haven't really grasped the feeling. We haven't gotten into the awesomeness of everything the way the preacher describes it. We want to, but
I don't know, the Christmas pageant.
This year's Christmas pageant is just what you're talking about. It's next Saturday evening. Would you like to go with us?
Christmas pageant? Yeah, I think we'd like to do that. Are your children going?
Our children are in the Christmas pageant, so it'd also be good for them to see each other. It'll be good. Seeing the story as though it were in Bible times should be good for all of us. It's difficult for me to start the Christmas story all my life to really appreciate how God coordinated these events that will change people's lives forever.
What if we come by your place and we can ride together?
But we'll want to visit little Karen in the hospital right after the pageant, so we should probably just plan to meet at church.
If we're not intruding, we could go to the hospital with you. I would love to meet your daughter.
Yeah, we'll be praying for her now that we know. We'll be praying for your family as well.
Thank you. And going to the pageant sounds wonderful. We'll be ready.